Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European Indices, and we'll be looking at the DAX, the FTSE and the AEX, and I'd also like to start today with the Nasdaq and then the S&P 500, because just to explain a few little things here is that, if I just can borrow some space here, is that the US markets have got wave 3 here, wave 4 here, which is this one here, and we're looking for 5 waves up here to finish this here and then move down in a reasonable way. But with the European markets, they're either lagging a lot or they've already made the turn. So this wave 3 here, which will be this one here for the US markets, the European markets have seemed to they've moved up, and then we've counted 5 waves down with those markets as such here. So what we're looking for now is an A wave and a B wave and a C wave back up to the 50-60% mark, and then drop from that point. Okay, so that point will pretty much equal this point here. So just the reason for showing these this here is because both indices in each country will be moving up, but this one in the US will be an impulse wave of 5 waves, whereas the European markets will be a corrective wave. So in this market here, we've got, this will be a little wave 4 in here, a little wave 5 here for wave 3. So it's really a matter of timing here, wave 4, wave 5, another wave 4 here, and then wave 5 up here. So this is what we got left of this one here. And looking at this structure from this low here to this high here, this is technically right in the middle here. That's the halfway mark for all of that. So if we can look at how long that's taken to get to here, then we've got some idea of how long this is going to take to get to here. And this is the same for the S&P 500. I'm showing the Nasdaq because it's really been leading higher while the banks have been dragging down the S&P 500. The Nasdaq has made has really trended sort of high. But this is the same case here as well for the S&P on the 1 hour chart, wave 1 and 2, and then we're into wave 3 here, and then wave 4 and wave 5. So it's looking up here somewhere for that. And for the DAX, for instance, here we go. So for this market here, we're looking for the wave 3 already being in here as a high here, and looking at this down here as 5 waves. It counts nicely as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then down for 5 here, then 4 and 5. So it counts reasonably well as a 5 wave structure here. And I know that this can be counted a little bit differently as well, but in being different, as a corrective move down, it'll be the A wave to here, the B wave and the C wave. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at the moment. So we knew that we had wave A up here. We were looking for an ABC here. It went a little bit lower than expected here. Most of them did actually across the world. So I can just clean these up. But we were looking for a move higher here, and we've got that move here. So I'm going to be counting this here very shortly, just a bit of housework. So in terms of counting this to the upside here, we can look at this as wave 1 here, wave 2 in here, and then wave 3. I don't think wave 3 is finished just yet, so we'll put that up a little bit higher, and wave 4, and then wave 5 here to finish this. So this wave 4 here, once that moves up there, it can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So we can look at that coming back here. So we can look for a move up there and then folding back through group 1 here. So group 1 is 1, 2 and 3, and then 5 and then 8. They're just the Fibonacci numbers, so we use the trading levels like that. Price as ratio 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8, but also, as you know, we'll have group, copy that, we'll have 60, 650 in there as group 2, and then also 72 in here. That's close enough for this stage. We always put that in red here, so that gives us the trading levels into that space here. So all of this is group 1, 1, 2 and 3. If we get support on top of group 1, then we can look at number 5 here. So yeah, this is pretty much what we're looking for here in terms of the European markets, and that to finish here. So it'll be interesting to see how this moves along at this stage, but I'm going to stay with this being corrective here. So there is a possibility that it could be the same as the US markets, which would make this wave 3 here, this wave C here as wave 3. But I don't want to go there just yet with this. I'll just put that there. I just want to leave it like that for the time being. But certainly we'll be looking to the upside there, and I'll just double check on the height here in terms of, not that it's a big deal, but that's the 61.8 and the 50% there. Not, like I said, not that's a big deal. It might move to the next Fibonacci number, the 78 and 76 up here. So let's don't need that. So that's pretty much the pattern that we'll be looking at with the other European markets as well. So I'll go to the AEX first, then go across to the UK. The AEX is a little bit different here. It had this low down here, so we were looking for a move up here. We've got that. So in this case here, we'd be looking at this here as wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and the 60%, 61.8%, 62% is pretty higher up here, is much higher up here. So, but still, we're looking for this to move up higher. So I'll just save that, and then of course the FTSE as well is same but different. So we're looking at 5 waves down here. Now it is possible that this 5th wave here is sitting over. I'm just going to put that here, and then what I'm going to do here is it can be this low or it can be that low there. I'm not quite sure about that. I need to sort of drill into that. I just haven't done that. But 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, then moving up for the A wave, or all of this being the A wave. It still fits nicely, and the B wave fits here. So it doesn't really matter that much at this particular point. But in this case here, we'd be looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and then the 3rd wave up here, and a 4th and a 5th wave. This is the closest, largest number here in all of this area here. This is the most important number here. So that's where we'll be looking to confirm to be able to take some short trades at that particular point there as well. But for the short term, we're looking at this being a long trade here. So look, it's very sluggish, as you can see. And the other thing here too that I can point out too is that when a market is migrating from resistance here to getting onto support, then you know the routine. It's the arrival, the reaction here, then the first high above the level, and then the corrective pattern. Now the corrective pattern can just sit here and move up, or it can move up through here and then and break through here. These are the two different, and then sit up there and then move up there. So it can break here, or it can sit on here. They're the two. This is the most common one, and then this is the variation of that common theme there. But even at this stage here, what we can do is we can bring this across here now. That's our trigger to the upside. And it's probably not the best market to trade to the upside, because it's it's just a bit sluggish as such, but it might catch up. Alrighty, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.